you guys, it's Stacy with Misguided Road Trips, and today we are at the Andersonville Prison. This prison was started during the Civil War to house the Union soldiers that were taken as prisoners of war. And what started off as something really simple and really small, where the South and the North were trading prisoners, ended up getting a little bit more involved than that. I'm going to show you around and give you a little bit of the backstory so you'll know exactly just how bad this prison became. Andersonville Prison opened in February 1864, and within a year, 13,920 Northern soldiers had perished there. The main causes were poor living conditions and exposure to the sun. During the summer, the men would become dehydrated, but their water supply was tainted with urine and fecal matter. Farmers had left their fields to fight in the war, which had left food supplies short and in demand. Most of the men perished from scurvy, dysentery, or typhoid fever there. The land you see before you is the 26 acres used to house the Northern soldiers. Stockade was built around, and there was a dead line that was 9 feet within the wall that the men could not come close to, or they would be shot on demand. Now we're going to walk up here, and this is just one part of it. It does cover, I believe, 26 acres.
They said the little creek here was their only source of water supply, but the Confederate soldiers was outside, so they had first dibs on the creek. But they also had where did it say?
They would sink
upstream. They had the bakehouse and the guards camp polluted the creek before it even got into where the.
Oh wow! So it was.
So it was already polluted, and then when they built the stockade around it, it basically dammed it up and made a marsh down in the creek. All this was marsh, and they would sink to their hips sometimes going to get water. But the water was, I mean, it was all polluted anyway because of they was. I want to
show you something on this map. If you noticed, these are all the prisoners of war, and there's a line right around the wall. The wall was not built sturdy enough to hold all of these men in if they wanted to get out. So they put guards up at each little point, and they called this the dead line. And if anybody was caught crossing into that dead line, these men had the right to shoot and kill them to keep them from all ganging up and getting up there. So that's how they kept them in the prison within the walls itself. Now, I'm a Southern girl, but I can't help but feel sorry for the way that the Northern boys were treated.
Yankee camps weren't much better.
Well, I'm sure Yankee camps weren't. They both were treated horrible. This is what's left of their water supply today.
Oh, that's a reproduction of the main prison camp.
Oh, really? Sign up here now that says, "Water's unfit for human consumption. Please do not drink." Wow.
Water's unfit for human consumption, but they told them, hey, this is your water
Yep.
supply. Ain't that something? Providence Spring. Oh, a spring gushed out in 1864. Prisoners were desperate for fresh water.
Yeah.
And over time, the event became legendary. Several men claim to have seen lightning strike the spot before the spring burst out.
Wow. So there was a spring that gushed forth in 1864.
They got fresh water.
They did get fresh water. It says this fountain was erected by the National Association of the Union Ex-Prisoners of War in memory of the 52,345 comrades who were confined here as prisoners of war, and of the 13,900 comrades buried in the adjoining National Cemetery, dedicated Memorial Day, May 30th, 1901. It said don't drink that water. I'm married to a crazy man.
I grew up drinking spring water.
With charity to all and malice toward none. He's so crazy. Don't drink the water. Don't drink the water. Please, please don't drink the water. I'm going to drink the water.
Answering your question about, it said 12,900.
Yeah, I saw that.
Here it says there was
13,900.
that died.
Yep.
52,000 total in this camp.
Yep, I read that. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yep.
Guess that's part of the...
The spring running
Yeah.
out. Comes out of there and runs down here. It's nice and cold.
And deadly.
It ain't deadly. They say that because, oh, well, we haven't done all the environmental crap on it. It's spring water. See all that running?
Yep.
It's good water. They just say that. That's the government again. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
It's clear.
No, too.
Oh, it is cold.
Yeah, that's good spring water. You're just telling you crap. They do that.
Tastes pretty good to me.
See, I married a crazy woman.
He caught me. He caught me.
It's unfit for city dwellers.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Country people can drink it.
Yeah, we've been out camping and...
We got the antibodies for it.
Yeah. We do the naked and afraid without being naked. But I have been afraid several times.
I've done the naked and afraid naked.
Oh, gosh. See, don't be telling my secrets on here. Sorry. It's like climbing a mountain. Ah. Falling and I can't get up.
Just don't start rolling.
Yeah, we'll go backwards.
Yeah, you're
Never
too
stop.
scrawny. You can't roll.
Shush, shush. Oh, this red dirt.
Yeah,
Each pole of the palisades matched so well as to give no glimpse of the outer world across the space of the deadline. See, this one shows the deadline.
No, that's the...
Or this is the deadline. This is where the guards...
That's the inner and outer walls.
And then this is the 16.5 acres. And then they added the 10 extra acres on. Lots of prisoners. Let's go see if we can see in here. I was gonna bring my spirit box and my EMF meter up here, but there was people at the time,
and I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to get in.
This was the front gate.
I should have grabbed my bag.
Your bag, why?
Because then I could have come in here and seen if I could have spoke to somebody, if there's any spirits around us.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, you can run, grab it, and come back.
Lord. So that's what it looked like in their world. Reminds me of The Walking Dead. How they had that big gate up at their, around where they lived. Yeah, this whole area, like,
This was all
this
the prison.
area is the 16.5 acres, and then when you look out there, that area is the additional 10 acres. I mean, of course, there's no remnants of the prison left here anymore, but the ground's still the same. Alright guys, this is another one of the examples of the prison. And this one, Cliff was telling me that on the 10.5 acres they added because of the overpopulation of the prison, they did have gaps in the prison walls between the logs because they were in such a hurry to get it built. Here are the stockades where some of the prisoners, which I'm sure these are probably replicas, but some of the prisoners were kept. It is starting to rain out here, so I'm trying to get it before we get drenched. But that is the guard area where the guards would stand, and if anyone crossed the deadline, they had permission to shoot to kill. And it tells you where these white posts are. In between that is the deadline. And this is how it looked inside. This was the deadline. No one was allowed to cross this section. If they went in here between this rail here and the wall, the guard had, they were told to shoot. And there was not a lot of spots between guards. These are the actual way that the prison was set up with tents. They even have a little fire pit out here. Many men suffered out here. This entire area, all the way back to where you see those trees, this was all just filled in with prisoners from the north that got captured or gave up because the war was so bad. A lot of them just turned themselves in to the south. Gives you an idea. I'm going to try to do EVPs one more time before it starts raining really bad. I want to try out here and see. Let's see. I've got my meter out again. So if there's anyone with us, you can come over and touch this meter and it will make a noise to let us know you're near. Also, I have this little black box in my hand, and if you speak into it, it will tell us through radio waves what you were saying. Y'all keep your eyes out. If you see or you hear anything, please let me know in the comments below. Alright. Is there anyone with us? Did you live here during the Civil War? Are you a prisoner of war here? Something. What state were you from? Did I hear you say Pennsylvania? Or can you tell me again? Sound like that's it. Can you tell me what year you were a prisoner here for? How did you die? Thought I heard evil. Did the Raiders mess with you? Or were you part of the Raiders? I know times were really hard out here, and a lot of people passed away because of not getting enough water or food. Is that what claimed most of the men's lives here? Or was it more of people crossing the deadline or the Raiders doing things?
Not much.
We got people coming, so I'm gonna cut it off. Yeah, it's starting to get a little.
Yeah, I can see it raining over there. We're gonna get a little.
We're gonna have to go in and go to the museum now, but this has been a really neat trip to.
I don't know if that thing's on or off.
Go see it. Okay, it's off. Be able to see everything. It's been really neat, and I've enjoyed it. It's just really kind of sad, the conditions and everything that they had to go through. But there's the people. There's you another shot of it. If you saw anything that you weren't sure what it was, let me know.
They were saying that a lot of them, all they had for the tent, to make these makeshift tents, was their clothes and army blanket. If they was lucky, they had an army blanket. There was no actual tents.
Right.
They made it out of whatever they had.
Wow.
So you're not talking stopping the rain.
No.
It's just
you were
something
still
to get
in
you
the
out
elements.
Out of the direct sunlight.
Sunlight, yep. Yeah, it was a rough life. And, you know, these boys didn't do anything wrong. They were just proud of the North, and they wanted to fight for them, just like I'm proud of the South, or you're proud of wherever you're from, you know. But war has never been known to be a good thing. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thought I would bring it to you and let y'all see what we do on the weekends a lot of times when I'm not off filming with other YouTubers. And me and Cliff, we like to go camping and we like to go to places like this. So it's kind of some of my earlier videos were similar to this, so I enjoy doing them. But anyway, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family. That's how we got those 11,000 subs we got, and I do appreciate each and every one of you for doing all that YouTube stuff. Alright guys, until the next road trip, love ya. Bye.